Almost lunchtime. Let's find a spot to eat. This looks like a perfect spot for lunch. Yeah. Whew. Wish I should have brought my little pack shovel. Oh well. This'll do. Hey guys. Kevin here again on this beautiful January mid-afternoon. It's been snowing here in Vermont pretty consistently for the last solid week. We've had a lot of on and off 3-4 inch, 6 inch snowstorms. Prior to that we had about a foot deep storm. I don't know, it was a lot of packed heavy stuff. So we have a pretty good base. But yeah, I just decided I wanted to have lunch outside. I mean, look at it. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I decided to come up here to one of the local state parks, grab my fat bike, load it up with just some basic lunch stuff. I'm going to try something new today, something I've never done. I'm going to try Bannock. So I looked online, found a real basic recipe. I'll put the link in the description if you guys are interested. I'm going to make some bannock, roast some hot dogs over the fire, maybe even wrap them in bacon. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about today. So thanks for joining me, and let's get to grabbing some more firewood. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, am I in luck? Yeah, seems a little damp. Looks like we have a rabbit living here. Yeah, this'll work. Beggars can't be choosers. When everything's covered with a lot of snow, finding firewood can be kind of tricky, but one thing you can do, especially up here in the northeast where you have these red spruces, there's a lot of this little stuff. A lot of the little branches that are kind of underneath the canopy. They're dry as a bone. And as you can see, great stuff for starting a fire. And you can tell, you can hear it. You kind of tell if it's dry or not. So here's a perfect example. Got a little red spruce here. One of these little inside sticks, like I said, they're great for starting fires. I mean, this one obviously snaps off like crazy, but they're not all that way. This one is not. If you follow it all the way down, it looks dry, but right at the very end, you can see this is still green. See those guys high? So you don't want to try breaking that one off. It's not going to do you any good. You know, it may look dry by the trunk, but it isn't always out there on the edge. So I'm going to keep collecting all these little dead spruce branches. Like, I think I'm in luck with this one. Let's follow this guy out. Nope. Nope. Gotta keep looking. So here's another thing to keep in mind when you're looking for dry stuff to start a fire with. So here's one of those dead sticks I was talking about. Tiny, nothing growing on it. Okay? No needles, no anything. So you would think that that is burnable. But I grab a hold of this thing, look at it. Look at it bend. I could tie a knot with this thing probably. See? So that thing's soaking wet inside. It's not going to do me any good. I've been searching around here for a while, but I just found what looks like a piece of dead standing spruce right there. So I'm going to go over and cut into that. See what we've got. Who needs an axe? There. Man. Oh yeah. Doesn't seem too bad. Nope, bring it back to camp. I got it down. If it's dry, I have more than enough wood to do what I need to do. So yeah, the spruce seems pretty dry. It's really light colored in the center. It's almost white. It's another way you can tell how dry it is, just by the color in the center. So I'm going to split this stuff up. I didn't bring my hatchet. I kind of regret that. I wish I had now. It's starting to snow. I want to get this fire going. So I'm not going to bore you watching me baton all these pieces of spruce, but I do have a question for you just because I'm curious. So I have a Mora Bushcraft Black. I've been using it for a number of years now. I really like it. I've really actually beat the hell out of this thing and it's still going strong. But what kind of knives do you guys use out there? Just curious. No right or wrong answer. But yeah, like I said, I really kind of abuse this thing. It doesn't fail me. So yeah, I want to get into the center of this. Yeah, it stuff's pretty dry. At least it seems like it is. Get in the center of this stuff so I can have a good fire. So the state of Vermont offers us these really nice fire rings. They even have a little grate with them. But yeah, they're about 1.5 feet deep, the ring itself. So I got some digging to do. I don't have to go too crazy about getting all the snow out of here, but I'm going to get most of it. I'm going to build my fire up on some blocks anyway, some wooden blocks. So, snow shouldn't bother it too much, but some really fine fat wood shavings. Everything's pretty wet out here, so I need every advantage I can get. Just using the 90-degree spine, the back edge of my knife, to get the super fine shavings. There. So I saw something new that I want to try. I can't get credit for this. I saw this on Coal Cracker Bushcraft. May have heard of him. If you haven't, go check him out. So, what happens if you injure yourself and you have to start a fire and all you've got is your knife and your ferro rod? And normally, you need 2 hands to do that kind of thing. Right? Well, what happens if you can't? What happens if your arm is cut or broken and you have to get yourself warm? Well, this is what you do. So you've got your tinder, your very fine tinder. Obviously you're all set up, your fire lay's all ready to go, and all you got to do is get it started. So what you do is you find a piece of log. I mean, this I have already split. Obviously in the real world you wouldn't have a piece of firewood split, but you could use anything to prop up your knife. So you prop your knife blade up, kind of like that, above your fire lay, 90-degree spine facing you, blade facing away from you. And what you're going to do is you're just gently going to rest your foot on your blade. Now, with one arm, one hand, you can grab a hold of this, and theoretically, let's see if it works. I have to move that to where you need it. There we go. Real time. Took me a few times to get it, but it worked. Come over here really quickly. Try to get some of your birch going. And you have fire. So that's a neat little trick. Took me quite a few tries, but it was my first try. Everything's so darn wet, covered with snow. I gotta be patient. There we go. I'll make sure lots of oxygen's getting to it. As soon as the flames start to come through the branches, you're good to go. Get that stuff on there, get it drying. Now that I got the fire going, I'm going to start on this Bannock. So, I always wrap my frying pan in a bandana. Just keeps the soot and crap out of my regular bag when I put this away, and it's always nice to have a bandana for cleaning up and stuff anyway. So yeah, a little bit of pepper jack cheese, my Bannock pre-mixed in the bag so I don't have to mess with it out here, and some other goodies. One thing I have learned with this Bannock is you always want to leave a little bit of the mix, the dry mix, out. Separate it out a little bit so you have some. Ooh, you smell the garlic. Starting to snow, I better cover it up. So, yeah, I just mix it right in the bag. Just try a little bit of water at first. It's real easy to overdo it. I just start working it around. Eventually it'll become a doughy, kind of a doughy ball that you can handle and manipulate and move around. So it's about 1 cup of flour in there, just regular flour, and then I believe it's half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder or baking soda, and just a pinch of salt. I add a little bit of garlic, and of course that's just the base. You know, obviously if you're going to make breakfast Bannock, you wouldn't want to have garlic in it. You probably want some blueberries or something else, but I'm going to try to make some hot dog buns out of this Bannock. So I added a little bit of garlic. So yeah, I need a little bit more water in there. You really want to use that water sparingly, because you can get into trouble really quickly. End up with a soupy mess. I'm going to finish doing this, and when I get it where I can manipulate it and move it around a little bit, I'll get back with you. Okay, just about there. Got my dough ball all set, and like I said, I added a little bit too much water. It's really easy to do. That's why I always make sure I have some extra dough in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this dough ball out. The other nice thing about using a Ziploc bag is you can kind of keep your hands clean. I'm all sticky. It's hard to clean up when you're out in the woods. There we go. And I can use this to also move it around. I don't get my hand all dirty. Just kind of bounce that around in there. can flip it. Can I flip it? Need a little bit of help. There. Once you get some dough on it, you can kind of move it around yourself. So, there. Like I said, your hands don't get all messy. Now what I'm going to do, now that I've got this made, I'm going to flatten this out, kind of knead it, move it around. Because I'm going to wrap it around a stick and I'm going to try to make a bun out of the thing. The nice thing about Bannock, you can do just about anything with it. You can make pancakes with it. You can throw it right on the fire and then it becomes an ash cake. But I'm going to get it nice and thin, almost like a pizza. Actually, you could probably use it for that too. You could use it as a pizza crust with this garlic in it. If I had brought a little bit of sauce and pepperoni, something small, I could have my own little fireside pizza out here. Maybe next time I'll do that. But yeah, so there we go. So now I'm just going to wrap this thing around a stick, cook it over the fire. Got my stick, better tend this fire. I don't want this to go out. There. So, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Grab this Bannock of mine. And all I'm going to do is just kind of wrap this around the stick. Now what I want to do is I want to keep it fairly thin, so I'm going to kind of wrap it at an angle. Maybe. Maybe I can stretch it out a little bit. I'm not Italian, I'm not very good at pizza crust and stuff like that, but here we go. Quick and dirty. Kind of squish it down around the stick. There. Bannock on a stick. Now, prop this over the fire, let it do its thing. Can't forget the hot dog now. Nathan's hot dogs. Only hot dogs. Only ones to eat. I love the things. Yeah, it's coming along. You don't want that Bannock too close to the heat. It'll burn. You gotta be able to cook the inside of it, so patience is a virtue. Bacon wrapped hot dog. Nathan's bacon wrapped hot dog. And a homemade garlic bun. All right, let's see if it's cooked through. Yeah, not bad. There, bacon. Bacon goes good with everything. And then, why don't we add some hard cheese? Look at this. Is that the coolest little grater you've ever seen? So let's try this. Oh yeah. A little bit of grated cheese, grated pepper jack cheese. Garlic Bannock bun. The bacon wrapped hot dog. And it's snowing out. Mmm. Beauty day. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Well, look at that. Look at that. Let's give it a shot. Mmm. I thought I might need two. There's no way. Very hearty. Mmm. Man, that's good. Snow's really starting to pick up. Like I said earlier, it's been snowing all week. And we're supposed to get another 3 to 6 inches tonight. I'm not complaining. Winter's my favorite time of year anyway, so. Oh man. That's really good. Let's see if I can salvage this fire. Maybe heat up some water for a hot chocolate. I have quite a bit of coals there. Yeah, it's pretty hot, so if I get that grate nice and low, I probably could have some hot chocolate anyway. So, see what happens. Nothing like a hot chocolate in the wintertime. Well, alrighty guys, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my hot chocolate in the snow, and then I'm going to pack up and get out of here. It's been starting to pick up over the last half hour or so, so probably should get going. I'm not going to hang out too long. Like I said, I just want to come out and have lunch, go for a little afternoon ride. But it's just nice being out here. Nobody around. In the summertime, this place will be busy, busy. Kids, families, everybody out running around, screaming, hollering, having a great time. My family will be part of that group. But it's nice to come out here in the wintertime and just relax. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I had a good time today. I'll see you next time. Time to go.